I'm back with another video diary. I still haven't figured out what to call these. Don't come for me. I'm gonna figure it out sooner or later. But for now, it's just a video diary. I'm just trying to digest life with you guys. Why am I here? Because I just ended another situationship. Oh, I keep finding myself landing in these, but that's why we're here. Because I figured out the reason why I keep landing here. This situationship was so hard for me to let go because it was so close to what I actually wanted. It was really close, which tells me I am somewhat moving in the right direction. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about frequency. But pause, no diddy. To understand why or what frequency is and how it does what it does, we must understand vibration. Everything in life has a vibration. Why is this important? Because this results in the very factor that creates your frequency. The amount of cycles that an object or a thing vibrates, that completion, how many cycles, is your frequency. So if your cycles are moving at a very slow, unnatural, negative pace, you're vibrating low, and that therefore results in your frequency being low. Why am I talking about any of that, and what does it have to do with situationships? Well, I keep landing myself in low vibrational, low frequential, low frequency situations because I myself was vibrating low and had a low frequency, and I therefore attracted things that were on those same levels. How did I come to understand that? Well, like always, I went on a journey and thought about all of my dating experiences. And for the most part, all of them have been situationships. They haven't been really serious, committed relationships at all. Not even, my child's father wasn't even a real serious, committed relationship. Crazy as that sounds, that's the truth. How how did I keep ending up in situations like that? I haven't always been vibrating low. I would like to think of myself as actually a pretty high vibrational person. What I started to understand is our being, or in other terms, our soul is the thing that vibrates. Our physical is what absorbs those vibrations. So if I myself, my atoms, me, my being, are spinning at a high rate and causing a high vibration, if I involve myself with a low vibrating individual, that brings my own personal frequency down. How does that happen? For an example of, in our physical reality, let's say I know myself, I communicate, I like to state problems, I like to fix problems, and operate like an intentional human being. If I date someone who constantly wants to argue and fight because that's just the vibration that they are in, I myself have lowered myself into maneuvering in that same manner, knowing that's not truly who I am. I have just maneuvered in that manner because I involved my frequency with somebody else's frequency, and therefore that wave brought my wave down. So now I leave that situationship still vibrating at a slightly lower vibration than I first started, and I attract somebody who was vibrating slightly lower as well, because now I attract what I am. and so on and so forth. So the lower my vibration gets, the lower I keep attracting, when I never should have started with low at the first place or in the first place. So once I understood that, I understood that I should not be tolerating any of the things that I had once tolerated, because if I do, I'm going to keep attracting that, or I'm going to be stuck where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So I started to move in ways that I knew would bring me higher vibrational operating beings, because if I'm low, I can't attract high. It just doesn't make sense. Some cases you can, but for the most part, you're not going to attract high if you're low. So I started focusing on moving my vibration up. And I came across, this last situationship. It was great. It was mutual. Everything was there. But it was just two things that I know have in the past lowered my vibration, and they were showing themselves in this situationship. One, for example, if I state a problem and that same problem persists, then that means you don't either, one, care about the issue at hand in the first place, or two, you're not listening at all, which both of those things are operating high for me. The second issue was communication. So I've already stated that communication is a big part of how I operate, therefore it's a big part of how I vibrate. And you negate that because that's not how you are vibrating. Two things will result from that. Either one, I'll bring myself down to where you're vibrating, which is not compatible with me, or you'll try to meet me where I am vibrating, which is highly communicative, and that's not vibrating with you, and that's not fair for the both of us. So I said, at this point in life, you have come so far and have fixed so much about yourself. Do you want to settle for these two issues just because physically you are satisfied? And I told myself no, which was really hard for me, because most of the time I try to stick it out, but in this day and age, I truly want to operate at a high frequency, and continuing the bad habits or the bad instances that I've had in the past will not help me continue to grow or increase my vibration, and therefore increasing my frequency. All that to say, making a conscious effort in fixing your own vibration will attract your vibration to you. So if you are vibrating or trying to vibrate at a high level, you will start to see higher vibrational things coming towards you. Or even better yet, if you start to see or start to try to vibrate at a higher level, you'll start to see your frequency increase, and therefore you will attract things at a higher frequency. If you know that you want to financially vibrate at a higher frequency, and spending money on unnecessary things is one of your bad habits or coping mechanisms, fixing that one problem will help you vibrate higher, and therefore help you reach the frequency that you are trying to reach. All of that to say, make a conscious effort, even if it's hard, even if it's difficult, to change the way you are personally vibrating. I hope that this video resonates with somebody out there. I know somebody gotta be going through the same thing I'm going through. Cause it was there. It was there. We was almost there, but we wasn't forever there. No, but I hope this resonates with somebody. I hope that, there's somebody out there that maybe has some tips and tricks for me to vibrate higher. I am all for healthy dialogue once again in the comments, as long as it's respectful. If you want to see any other additional videos on frequencies that I've done, here's my TikTok. If you would just like a friend, here's my social media. And other than that, I hope that you understand that you're appreciated. If nobody has told you that, I appreciate you just for being here. And again, we are on a journey. That journey holds purpose. And life is just us walking to find that purpose. So understand that your purpose is important and your journey there is just as equally important. Other than that, I ain't got nothing else. Hopefully, I don't end up in no more situationships by the next time. Because we all do. I'm like, dang, if I want to do something, I'll be just so energized to hurry up and do it. And then